Jesus never existed. Do you know how I know? Well, first off, what happened to his family? I mean, after he died. Acts of the Apostles tells us that Mary retired to a quiet life, but like how? She was the mother of God and she retired to a quiet life, so much so that nobody even remembers where she was buried? That seems unlikely, don't you think? You know what else is unlikely? There is no testimony from any of Jesus' brothers or sisters in the New Testament whatsoever. They all just fell off the face of the earth after he died. Now, I know most people believe that the James mentioned by Paul in Galatians is Jesus' brother because Paul calls him James, the brother of the Lord. But let's be honest, we have no way of knowing whether Paul actually wrote that, whether he was using an honorific or a title, or whether he was just lying. We literally have no way of verifying anything that Paul said. There's no reason to take him at face value. We have no documentation about Jesus from his lifetime, and not a single person who knew him in life left any record of their testimony whatsoever. The authentic Pauline epistles are the earliest Christian writings we have. They date from about 20 years after Jesus supposedly died. But there's a really damning detail about Paul and his letters that people don't usually talk about. Paul has no familiarity with any of the stories that feature in the Gospels at all. When Paul argues with Peter, why doesn't he remind Peter that Jesus one time told him, "Get thee behind me, Satan"? Why doesn't he remind Peter that he denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? It's because these stories did not exist yet. The people that are mentioned in Paul's letters, maybe they were part of the early church, maybe they were other people entirely. We have no idea. Paul does not indicate who they are specifically, and even if he did, we have no reason to take him at his word, because again, he's not a reliable narrator. Every single non-Christian account of Jesus' life is either forgery in the case of Josephus, or it's just hearsay in the case of Suetonius and Tacitus, and even Pliny the Younger. None of them tells us which official documents or accounts that they are relying on. They are all just repeating a story that they have heard from someone else. And all that their accounts prove is that there were Christians alive when they were writing. Aside from that, they don't really tell us anything at all. The closer you look at Jesus, the less there is to see, until he finally just disappears entirely. Follow me for more.